What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fan 9 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the 13 remake. Now, it was pretty much released on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC by Microid and Play Magic back in 2020, and later for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X. And pretty much this is a remake of the original 13 game that was released on the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox by Ubisoft, and which was loosely based off of the comic book series that was made, originated in Belgium and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And the plot pretty much remained the same, where this guy with amnesia is accused of killing the United States president and stuff, and you try to remember who he is and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now it is worth noting that the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions of the 13 remake was panned heavily, considered pretty much the worst remake ever. You know what I'm saying? So the developer Microid had pretty much if I'm not mistaken, delayed the Switch version and released it this year along with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series versions and all that, you know what I'm saying? And the main reason for the bad reviews are things like glitches, bugs, and bad audio and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And for this review, I'm going to be talking about the Switch version while referencing the previous versions on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. You know, now the main menu consists of the campaign, the local co-op, and online co-op, which are both multiplayers. In that, then you have the dossier options, the credits. Now the campaign pretty much has the original 34 missions of the original. You know what I'm saying? But the big difference is that you have continue, new game, and select missions, which the original didn't have. You replaying missions that you completed. You know what I'm saying? And it also pretty much have the original weapons that's in the original 13, like the pistol, revolver, shotgun, MCT with the grenade launcher and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing that's a head scratcher to me is that in certain missions there are certain weapons that was for some reason excluded from specific missions, and they took other weapons that wasn't even in the missions in the original 13, and they just put in that as an odd decision, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, the local online multiplayer has pretty much the deathmatch and team deathmatch and everything. And the only maps are the Bristol Suites, Playing Rock, and the platforms. Now, that's under the assumption that you didn't technically beat the campaign mode in the remake and stuff like that, you know. And with the online multiplayer, you can play against up to 12 other people, where the goal is to get 13 points before everybody else and everything. And for some reason, the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC versions pretty much don't have the multiplayer for some reason, which is a head scratching to me, which is a bigger head scratching than the weapons in the campaign, because the original 13 GameCube, Xbox, GameCube, the PC versions all had multiplayer, even though like the PS2 version the only one that had the online mode. But they rectified it with the Switch version, PS5 version, the Xbox Series version, and all that. Now, the dossier pretty much has the conspiracy, collectibles, and achievement. Now, the conspiracy is like a picture of all the conspiracy members. Now, course, the way it plays out like the original, it will show you all of the conspiracy members that you will like confront at some point or another. You know what I'm saying? And that will picture show up, much like the original and everything. Now with the collectibles, is separated into essentially enemies and weapons that from files that you collect. It'll show you like different enemies that you encountered and weapons that you collected throughout the course of the campaign and stuff like that. Like I mentioned, like the weapons that I mentioned, the shotgun, handguns, stuff like that, and everything. Now the achievements are actually new to the within the remake, but maybe because like with the original they just didn't appear. You know what I'm saying? And you can unlock stuff like finding all the documents within the game, or killing or eliminating 5 enemies in a row with the sniper rifles and stuff. Now with the options, you can pretty much change things under general input options and the control scheme and audio and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now of course with credits, you it's pretty much view the end credits and everything. And one thing that is notable is like everybody who lend the voice to a character, I won't say return, but they're back though. You know what I'm saying? You have like David Duchovny, Eve, Adam West, lend their voices to the characters in the remake, like just like they did with the original. They just kept the audio and just put it in a remake and stuff like that. Now, like I said, with the PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One versions of the 13 remake was released, it pretty much got hammered. You know what I'm saying? Mainly because like the glitches and bugs that exist, and the audio was terrible and all that. And they ended up essentially fixing it with the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Switch versions and stuff like that. And with that, it's like when you talk about the graphics and gameplay, the graphics and design, rather, the PS5, Xbox Series, and Switch versions are way better than what you would see with the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions, mainly because the glitches and bugs are just totally gone with the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Switch versions and stuff like that. Now I will say that the controls and gameplay are pretty decent, but I had a little trouble just getting used to the controls. And with the original, I didn't have that big of a problem with the controls, as far as knowing what to do and stuff like that. And to me, the soundtrack is pretty good at like the original. You know what I'm saying? Without the like the audio problems and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I do give Microid and Play Magic credit for addressing all the issues. I'll say the majority of issues that plague the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I will not recommend the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions of the 13 remake because of all the glitches and bugs that exist with those 3 versions, but I will recommend pretty much the Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S versions because Microid pretty much address all the majority of the issues that is plagued the early versions that came out 2 years ago and stuff. Now, if the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC version left a bad taste in your mouth, I just pretty much recommend the original. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the Xbox, PlayStation 2, or GameCube versions. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I would say that the Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S are pretty much a major improvement and a step in the right direction with the mistakes that were made with the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC version. Now, as far as the Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S, I will give those four versions an 8 out of 10 because, like I said, it's way better than the other three. But at the same time, I had kind of a little trouble with the controls with the Switch version of the remake and all that. Now with that being said, you can sound off in the comments section about the 13 remake overall, whether you like the Switch version, PS5 version, the series version, the Xbox Series version, or like the originals. And if you absolutely hate the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC version, you're welcome to mention that too. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 9 signing off.